Good afternoon, everyone. It's February the 2nd, 2023, 2:30 p.m., and we're here live at the council chambers. Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll second it.
I motion to approve the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda by Councillor Lloyd, I almost said McKay, and Councillor Mason. We all heard the motion. All in favor? Councillor minded? Motion carried. Approval of the minutes. Is there any additions to the minutes? You okay with what's there? So can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion moved by Councillor Campbell and second by Commissioner Mason. Y'all heard the motion? All in favor? Business arising. Is there any questions in business arising? Or the chief or Inspector Pond want to speak on it? There's nothing outstanding. Everything's good. The one thing I mentioned to the chief that I just want to mention now is, we could bring the attention, is that the police department, along with being the enforcers, they're also our eyes and ears out there with health and safety, and just that Sergeant Pence the other day pointed out a safety hazard up in the hill that was, I appreciate it. I just want to pass that along. Thank you very much. Monthly activity report. Is there any questions on the monthly activity report? Give you a few minutes to look over it. No questions? Go ahead.
Is the speed thing, is that included in the monthly report? Your speed right up here?
It's, the printout's attached to it, but
Yeah.
it's not reflected, I don't think, in necessarily any of the
Because I had a
sections. Now, there
question.
may be charges up that area, but I'm not sure from reading the report.
What?
If there's any, like, in here, there's Motor Vehicle Act violations. I'm not
No.
sure if any of them were up on Auburn, but.
Oh, no, I was looking at the speed violations, daily values. That's what I was looking at.
Yes.
Can I ask a question on that?
Sure.
Yes, any question you want?
It says the total number of speed violations. Now, the first paper here, is that Auburn Avenue? It's got South Ford stroked out.
It's Auburn.
It's Auburn. The one page or all of the
All of
page?
it. All of it's Auburn.
is.
It was never on South Fork.
So what does this first page look like to me? Am I supposed to see there's lots of speeding out there? Interpret that first page for me, if you don't mind.
I think even looking at it myself, it gets confusing. I know it's all data, but you understand the data, but
Yeah, it's.
how many instances, I guess, you're looking for is actual
No,
speeding?
I'm just looking at this and saying, does this mean there's a lot of speeding out there?
Yes.
Makes your point, eh?
Yes.
Over 50, yes. Yeah, over, and you can see from the other ones, let's see. It gives a breakdown of, I know, you need a degree to actually understand this.
I think it flags anything that's 50 kilometers.
Yeah, yeah.
So in effect, you can't charge until it's around 60, is that correct? You can,
Charge it anything.
but what will it hold up in court? Pardon? Okay.
No, my question just was, by looking at this material,
Yes,
there is a lot of
absolutely.
speeding out
So
on
if
that
you look
road.
If you look at this
Yes.
one as well, you can see the spike.
Yep.
And the spike is between 15 and 1600 hours, so between 3 and 4 o'clock, they're going through there. And I think Thursday seems to be the busiest day of the week. No explanation for that unless it's pay week and everyone's excited to get home in a hurry or get to the liquor store. I don't know, but that's what you can see from there. So when we get this type of information, that's when you can do targeted enforcement, because if we can see that on Thursdays from 3 to 4, the average speed is 65 to 70, then that's when we can sit there with radar and enforce it. So that's how we use this. This doesn't enforce anything, it's information. Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Yes, oh yeah, no, you're reading it, it's as confusing as it is, you're reading it right.
Thank you.
That's the advantage of that radar, is then they can prioritize their time, and, you know, and if we do get somebody to look after speeding down the road, then they'll use this as a reference. Thank you. Is there any other questions? No more questions? Do I have a motion to accept the activity reports?
So moved.
I'll second.
Moved by Commissioner Campbell, seconded by Commissioner Mason. You've all heard the motion. All in favor? Contrary-minded? Motion carried. Okay, on the budget, is there any questions on the budget?
Yeah, I have some questions. It's good to see the year-to-date here in that regard, but also the projected budget for 2023, 2024
We have worked, that process will begin in February,
for
the next fiscal.
the next fiscal. So, but for the budget starting April 1st,
Right. We haven't started that yet.
you haven't started the budget process yet?
No.
So when does that process normally kick in for April 1st, 2023?
February. We start talking to different department heads in February.
In February? Budget is prepared for,
It's 99% of the time, the budget has always been, since my time here, it's been presented to council in April, and the latest we've gone is May, since over COVID.
okay.
But once April 1st hits, we if it's not approved, we continue as normal with operations.
Yeah, the procedure is the budget comes to the police commission, we look at it and approve it, I guess. But the final say comes from council.
So in the March police board meeting, will we see the police budget?
That's up to the chief, I guess.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, because it sounds like it goes from us to town council.
Yeah.
Okay. I look forward to seeing it.
So like you said, council has the final say.
Council has the final say. Yes. Thank you.
And I just have one question. At the bottom, it says legal and prosecution. It seems like there's quite an increase there.
Yes, so there was late billings from our lawyer from 2020, the previous year, so that was put over to this year, so that's why it's a little higher than normal.
That, as well as our prosecutor has changed their fee structure, so now it's, yeah, $675 per appearance for a prosecutor to take one of our tickets to court. That's why because it wasn't that last year, so they've changed it this year, and it's gone up. So that would be incorporated in that as well as the carryover of legal fees from the year before.
Thank you.
And yes, it does seem pretty high. Yeah.
No more questions, we'll move on. Sad to inform you, but Nancy Terrace is stepping back or stepping out of the commission. She's stepping down. Nothing to do with the commission, it's personal matters. It's at home. I'd like to send a letter, Susan, please, to Nancy thanking her. Does somebody want to make a motion on that?
So moved. I'll
Okay.
make a motion.
I second it.
Motion moved by Commissioner Campbell, second by Commissioner Lloyd. To have a letter sent to Nancy thanking her for her service here. You've all heard the motion. All in favor? Contrary-minded? Motion carried.
Before, I think we just have one more coming in here. Before Peter's just coming in. Would it be okay if I just made a comment on the monthly activity report?
Go ahead, sure, not a problem.
Just in the notable events, I know it says it right there, but Gabe Vandergriff did a scam safety information here at the community center. And from all accounts, it was received extremely well. The crowd wasn't large, but I guess the comments were quite positive, and as Gabe does, he commanded the room, and and it made it a very entertaining evening for everybody. To that extent, I think we have some further requests to either have a roadshow or more sessions similar to that here at the community center.
Susan, you were saying, did you want to comment on that?
Yes, I did attend and I thought it was he did very well. It was well presented, and the people that were there certainly were interested in it and wondered if they'd have more.
Yes.
Good, thank you. Yeah, no, it's great. There's a lot of scams going on. I get tired of answering the phone. And now the computers. I know I got one the other day, and I had sent away for a parcel through Amazon. And I got this thing back from, your parcel is there, we're ready to deliver it, but we need $1 from this. Anyway, I called Amazon to let them know, and they said, we would never ask you for money. Well, I said, I figured that. Thank you very much, and pass our thanks along to Constable. The next meeting is March the 2nd, 2023. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
A motion to adjourn.
And I'll second that.
So we're going to go in camera, folks.